Hello everyone, and thank you for watching. This is Hadrian, and let's kick off our Out of Ashes series in this War of Mine. We're going to go to another try, because we're starting a new... Oh, yes! Yeah, we're starting a new game, and I'd completely forgotten about this screen. This is somewhat new to me. When I first started playing this War of Mine, it would randomize the characters that you started with. But now you can pick the people that you start with, or you can still randomize. And that's what we're going to do, because I think it makes things the most interesting. As you can see, I have survived the war once with a game where I started with just Marco. Those of you who have played this War of Mine before know why starting with Marco is handy, but it really doesn't matter. I mean, you can have starts that are easier, harder, and then the game gets easier or harder as you go. So we're just gonna go with random. Yes, I will lose my current progress. That's fine with me, because we're starting a new series for these people. But thank you for asking me, game. That's very nice of you. Ooh, we're starting in the winter. That is not always the case. Okay, so this is one of two starting locations that you have in this War of Mine. So who do I have? Okay, I've got 3 people. This is an interesting start. Starting in the winter, it's harder to survive. And with 3 people to feed, it's also harder to survive. So this is good. From a watchability standpoint, because it's going to get crazy. Okay. Many people living in the capital did not believe that war would come to them, but it did. The military cut off the city from the outside world. Hunger and disease are widespread. There is no running water. Sniper bullets and mortar shells are a constant threat. Marin lost everything in a fire that destroyed his workshop. Erika fled to the capital following the massacre of her town, only to find the capital besieged. Katya, this is Katya, by the way. This is Erika, that's Marin. Katya, who came to report from the war zone, has befriended them in the queue at the water pump. With nowhere to stay, they decide to make a ruined building their temporary home. Now, before I click off of this screen and let the timer tick away, because I don't think it's ticking right now, this is a pretty decent start. You know, I'll have to take a look at Erika because I haven't played with her as much. But anytime you have Katya on your team to start out, it can be a good thing because her trait is, and I'll show you traits in a moment, but I just want to take advantage of the fact that the clock is not moving. Katya is a negotiator. So the barterers that come to your door, there's really only one barterer, but anytime you can go out and trade with people, and then Katya can get a better deal. But just anytime you're trading with someone, you know, she's a good negotiator. She's good at helping reduce what you have to give in order to get certain things, which is great. And I don't remember what their special attributes are, but let's take a look. But first things first, we got to give them stuff to do because there's limited time. So we're digging around these junk piles to kind of see. All right, cool. So one pile has been dug through. There's a lockpick. That'll come in handy. Some materials and some fuel. So at least we started off with some stuff. Oh, good. There's some food in here as well. Another lockpick. Finding lockpicks this early on is good because there are definitely some locks in the house that we're going to need to pick. So let's look at this. There's food. There's a little bit of food. This is the good food. This is the okay food. These are herbs, which, as you can see, you can use herbal medications and roll up cigarettes. And then components, clean water, and wood. These are things that you use to build things, which is why there's so many of them. Clean water is also handy. One thing I was about to say a moment ago, the inventory when you are in your home very much doesn't take up any space. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pick that lock. You need to dig through there. So this is Marin right here, and this is Erika. And I've got Katya going through that door. Now I'm going to have her run through the door and go down there. So we're just going through this house. This is kind of starting from the moment that we... Oh, what do we have here? More food, more herbs, more lockpicks. I'm going to be able to pick every lock in this house. This is awesome. And some electrical components as well. And these are parts. So there's components, parts, and electric parts. There's many, many different types of things that you can build in the game to help survive. Right now we have nothing in place to make that survival happen. Okay, Marin has picked that lock. Yeah, so you've got 3 people going through the place right now, so that I'm getting pulled in 3 different directions. But, so more food. This is at least good. The game is, I think, being kind to me, maybe, or maybe it's just luck with some of this stuff. Yep, all right, I'm going to take all that. All right, now you go through that pile. It's going to take him a second. These are piles of dirt that it takes a while without a shovel to dig through, so they're going to do that. Meanwhile, Katya is down here. There's our workbench. Katya, we need you to pick that lock. So this is Katya right here. This is Marin. So Marin is, let's take a look. He's a handyman. He's also a coffee drinker, which isn't good because it means that we need to, anyone with a bad habit needs to feed that habit, or he will become miserable and contribute to the misery of the group as well, which can hinder survival, of course. So this is a handyman, though. He's good at making stuff. So I'm going to have him do all of our building. And then Arika, she's a smoker. But she's a cat burglar, so she's a very good sneaker. She doesn't make a lot of noise, so she might be good for scavenging at night. And then Katya is a coffee drinker. So maybe everyone has their vice. I don't know if there are many characters, if any, in the game that don't have their vices. But we'll see. So yeah, they're just going through these piles right now. Katya's saying, if only I had some kind of shovel. So you can see right here, while they're digging, this is where our food is stored, and this is where our medicine is stored. So we have no kinds of medicine, whether it's bandage, pills, or herbs, and we only have a little bit of meat, raw meat, and some canned food. All right, we're going to have Arika go through this. All right. Some more of the same stuff we've already found. And then oh, you're done digging. Again, there's 3 different people in the house. All right, so it's -1 degrees right now, Celsius. Really cold. It's 12:50 p.m. At the end of the day, we'll have to go out and start exploring, but we can use another one of our lockpicks on this cabinet here. It's really good that we found so many lockpicks early on. It means we're going to be able to just go through the house right away and find stuff. What'd you find? Oh, cool. Bandage, another lockpick, and a book. Books, as in the long dark, are good for one thing. Actually, in this game, you characters can read them. Come to think of it. So it's more than just burning them. Which, in the long dark, that's their only purpose. Ooh, good. Okay, so we have kind of, I'm not going to say we've hit the jackpot with the beginning here. The jackpot would be to find like a helmet and a gun. But we do have some gems. Now these have one purpose alone, and that is to help barter. These are extremely valuable when the barterers come. So then we have some more herbs and some tools. So let's see. What can I do here? Looks like we can do some snow digging out there. Not sure what that does, but we'll find out. All right. You need to go. Oh, cool. We already have a heater. That's different. All right. So when you start in the winter, the game starts you with a heater, which is very, very handy. I didn't know that. All right. So Katya's going to dig through that. Someone should search for supplies at night. That is a great idea, Marin. I think I will do exactly that. All right, I'm going to have you dig through the snow because I need to remember what that is. And then Katya. Katya is there. What can you do, if anything? Okay, you need to unboard that door. So we're going to have Katya go this way. And hopefully we can go through the whole house before sundown. All right, we can melt snow into water. Interesting. All right, so we're going to have him get 4 pieces of snow. It takes him an hour. It takes him 15 minutes each. All right, now Katya is... Okay, more components. We're getting plenty of fuel to start off, which is good. Because if we get cold, we can start the furnace. Okay, good. More food. Another lockpick. We have actually a lot of components to start out, so we can start making things almost right away. This seems like a fairly fortunate start. You, sir, need to come inside. And you also need to close the door. So a decent amount of food. Okay, Erika has finished digging through that pile. She now has another pile to dig through, which she probably won't get through before the end of the day, which is very annoying. But I'm going to go ahead and have... I can go ahead and... Oh, I can't improve the heater just yet, but I put some fuel in the heater, so our... Alright, the night started. Couldn't get away from it. Alright, what can we do? So at night, the gameplay of the series changes. Thankfully, I already have 2 people at home. So we're going to have Marin be on guard duty. We're going to have Erika sleep. And Katya is going to scavenge. Now at night, she can go to any of these places that are available. Looks like the quiet house. Okay, it's snowed out. Can't get there, but... we'll read that description when we can actually go there. So, ruined villa. They say some people still live there against all odds. Against all odds. They must have some supplies stocked, like canned food and possibly bandages or medicines, but they don't want to trade. If you didn't think that this was a good spiritual successor to the last series I run, how can you question it now? If we're desperate, we could try to steal from them. Okay, so that's one thing we're going to try and avoid doing. You can definitely be a bad person in this game. In this playthrough, we're going to try to get by without robbing anybody. This was one of the very first places people looted while fleeing from the city, this looted gas station. There had been a few hour-long ceasefires intended to clean the whole area from civilians, but it was broken. Many people died, though neither side claimed responsibility to this day. Despite heavy shelling of the whole district, the station is in surprisingly decent shape. Okay, a couple typos. It may have been looted, but it might still be worth it to check it out. 3 typos. Okay. And then finally, Old Town. The Old Town used to be a crucible of cultures with its distinct mix of architectural styles and many great Grozny and Viceni restaurants and pubs. Military positions and the overlooking mountains make it a dangerous place now, but if we take the risk, we might find some supplies there. So it seems to me that the looted gas station needs to be the place that we go. So we have Marin guarding, Erika sleeping, and we're going to go with Katya because she has the most room. If you didn't know why I'm going with Katya, she has the most room in her backpack. Yeah, let's take 2 of our lockpicks just in case there are locked things. And let's go scavenge. The crappy thing about taking tools with you is they take up space in your pack. Looks like people drained it dry since it didn't blow up after the shelling. This is cool. I don't think I've actually been to this area before. Alright, so she's just going to go through stuff. Alright, so some shell casings, components, and parts. Go ahead and take all those. I'm going to pick up everything I find until I run out of space, and then anything I find I'll kind of prioritize, which is what you have to do in this game. Just going through stuff pile by pile. Doesn't look like there's anybody else here, which is good. I really am not interested in running into anybody, especially when I'm alone and without a weapon. Weapon parts, good. Electric parts, quality roll-ups. We don't have any cigarettes, so we can use these to trade, which is great. Still just picking up everything I've got. Okay, and now we're going to have to dig through this. It's going to take a while, but while Katya is digging, we'll look through the rest of the area. So there's something to look for there, something to investigate there, and a door that's boarded up. And good, there is something that's locked, so we will be able to use our lockpick. So the way that night gameplay works is you have a certain amount of time, just like during the day. You know, there's a point where time runs out, you just unavoidably go to nighttime. But it's dangerous at night if you are not out by the time the clock shifts back to daytime. Then the game will punish you by risking your character's life, basically. They can make it back safe and sound, but they could also be injured. They could even die. So it's very important, and it's one of the areas where scavenging at night can get extremely perilous, especially if you're in a dangerous place where you have to kind of sneak around, maybe avoid people with guns, avoid soldiers walking around that'll kill you on sight or worse. Yeah, this game can get pretty dark, but it's not graphic, I promise that, but it can get dark. The themes are dark, but anyway, it can just get perilous because you're trying to avoid those people, but you also have to run as fast as you can back to the exit by a certain point, so you have to pace yourself. Thankfully, it's still kind of early in the night, and we're almost through here. Come on, Katya. Atta girl. Okay. So now we're looking through the gas station to see what might be here. Another quality roll-up. That's good. All right, this is all stackable with the stuff we've already picked up, which is great. Well, that book isn't. So now we officially, if we find anything better than what we've got, we're going to have to start trading stuff out. Oh, there's noise in that room. I don't like that. All right, I'm going to put this book away because the sugar is more important. We can use the sugar to potentially make alcohol at some point, which is a thing. All right, there is noise in this room. It could just be a rat, but the door is definitely boarded up as well. Ooh, a bandage. Okay, what can we... I'll put these parts away in favor of this bandage. And there's also... Okay, this is good. And herbal medicine. So this is a... We're going to put these herbs away and actually take the herbal medicine, because that's like skipping a step, really. Okay. I don't think we can actually get downstairs without unboarding this door. So let me peek through and see. Okay, it's a rat. Unboard the door. Hurry, hurry. Thankfully, unboarding the door doesn't take as long. Wait a minute. I know there was an area down here. How do I get to it? Okay, lots of wood. We'll come back for that. Okay, maybe there's a ladder that I missed. Yes, there is. It's right there. My bad. Oh, crap. We need a saw to get through that stuff. Okay, there's actually a lot of like parts here, which is good. But without a saw, we can't actually get to that locked... That's a slap in the face. We brought something to unlock the container, but the container's on the other side of a locked frickin' door. Okay, food is good. Now this is... Now I'm really having to make tough decisions. I don't want to make hard decisions. Why are you doing this to me, game? We're going to put this fertilizer up. We're going to take this food instead. And I don't want to, but I'm going to put these herbal medications away, and we're going to take this food. Because food is the thing right now. So we're going to need the most of that. And I know I need a saw blade, Katya. Thank you very much. Alright, now let's go up these steps and see what's on the top floor. If anything. Ooh, a body. Good lord. Wasn't expecting that. Body in the cold. Alright, anything else? So we're going to have to come back here for some components. There's definitely a lot still here, and hopefully other people won't raid it in subsequent nights. Okay, more wood. Alright, so when it gets close to 5 a.m., that's when we've got to book it. But thankfully there's nobody here, so I don't have to worry about Katya's life being in danger, which is definitely a factor later on. Yeah, nothing I can take there. I'll have to come back later. Something up here. Huh. Still nothing I can take. Alright. Run to exit. Oh wait, actually, what can we do by investigating this body? This poor man had been caught by the shelling. What was he doing here? Sad. Alright, so... I don't think you can loot bodies in this game like you can in the Long Dark, which is actually less grim. Oh wait. I didn't know that pile was there. Aha! One more thing we can take on. Awesome. Run! Go, go, go. And Katya is back. Hopefully we didn't get attacked in the middle of the night. We'll see. Day 2. Still really freaking cold. Look at all this stuff. I wish I could bring so much every night. I bet you do, Katya. Okay, Maureen clearly isn't well. He could do with some pills. That's not good. Okay. I'm going to stop things here for a moment and start recording a new episode in a second. But in the meantime, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget the like button. If you're considering subscribing, I upload new videos in the Out of Ashes series and in my off-genre survival strategy slot right here every day at noon EST. And I keep a different series going in my I'm sorry, not at noon EST, at 6 p.m. EST. And I keep a different series going in my noon slot just as daily. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next episode.